This week's letter is from Teresa. She says, "Dear Kathy, my little boy is pretty good at home, but in public, well, it's a struggle. When his dad takes him someplace, there aren't any major issues, but with me, he does not listen at all. He acts out in the music and movement class, running wild and scaring the other kids. He makes a scene when we go shopping and yells or and cries when I don't let him have what he wants. Sometimes he'll start throwing the stuff out of the cart. I'm so embarrassed that I don't go out much with him by myself anymore." Teresa. Teresa, you sound like you're in a hard spot. First of all, check and see if the expectations you have for the behavior are realistic. So depending on the age of your little guy, is music and movement, is that something that he is capable of being successful at whatever that particular time of day is? Has he been in daycare all day, or has he been in school all day, or is this his one day off on the weekend and he's going? Just check and see. Is it a realistic expectation for the age and stage he's at to be putting him in a class where there is an expectation for behavior? So I'd also be really curious to know if your husband took him to the class, would the behavior still be the same? Because that will give you a different perspective as well. When you're talking about his behavior when he doesn't get what he wants in a store or whatever, it sounds like he has learned that that type of behavior can be effective. So if he makes enough of a scene because you're very, you don't want to, you don't want other people looking at you and judging you because your kid is, freaking out and having a tantrum in the store. So, you give in to whatever it is. If that's happened, then every time you go out, he's going to need to try that method again if you say no to him, because he's been successful at it. So if you look at the different components, you look and see if the way he's behaving that you're not pleased with, is it because of the situation that he's being put in, or is it because the way he is responding to your techniques? And if it is that he is responding to you, then you just have to start right from the beginning. You have to lay out what expectations are, and then you have to be really consistent, because it's not going to happen all in one spread. For if you go 10 times and you have been consistent, then the 11th time, he's probably not going to test. But if on that 9th time or the 10th time you cave, then he has to start all over again and test you. So the consistency is going to be really important. So together, I'm sure that you'll be able to work together to have some success and to be comfortable taking him out in public. And it's okay to have high expectations, but you have to make sure that they are reasonable expectations. So good luck.